the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for October 25th, 2024. Disturbed are bringing the Sickness 25th anniversary tour to the TD Garden on March 14th of 2025, featuring 2 sets in one show. The band's debut album, The Sickness, in its entirety, and the greatest hits. 3 Days Grace with Adam Gontier and Sevendust will open up the show. Tickets are on sale now. You'll find a link to get tickets in the show notes of this episode. New releases out today include Full Bloom from 311, the Allman Brothers Band releasing Final Concert October 28th, 2014, the digital release. Atreyu are releasing the Pronoia Sessions. Bastille is releasing and Behemoth 30 Years of Blasphemy. Ben Folds releasing Slayer. The Brian Setzer Orchestra releasing Guitar Slinger, the vinyl edition. Florence and the Machine releasing Symphony of Lungs, the BBC Proms at the Royal Albert Hall digital release. Green Day celebrating the 20th anniversary of American Idiot with a deluxe edition. Halsey releasing The Great Impersonator. Him releasing When Love and Death Embrace, the best of him, 97 to 03. King Crimson celebrating the 50th anniversary of Red with an anniversary edition. Motorhead releasing We Take No Prisoners, the singles, 1995 to 2006. Porno for Pyros releasing Pyrotechnics, Porno for Pyros' latest and greatest, the vinyl release. Rat celebrating the 40th anniversary of Out of the Cellar with an anniversary edition. Tears for Fears releasing Songs for a Nervous Planet, and Whitesnake releasing Into the Light, the solo albums. Jerry Cantrell has commented on the future of Alice in Chains, saying, quote, "It's no secret where my loyalty lies." The band haven't released a new album since 2018's Rainier Fog. Cantrell released Brighton, his solo album, in 2021, and I Want Blood last Friday. Cantrell saying, quote, "Obviously it's no secret where my loyalty lies, and that's with the band." Telling Guitar Player magazine, "I started Alice in Chains in Seattle in 87, and I remain committed to it. But I did have a period where we weren't doing a whole lot, and I was able to make Boggy Depot, my debut solo album, and Degradation Trip. I kind of did those back to back over a period of a couple of years. I went through making Brighton and then touring, and I hadn't gotten to do that in almost 20 years. Alice in Chains were just announced as one of the headliners of next year's Sonic Temple Music Festival in Ohio, alongside Korn, Metallica, and Linkin Park. Drummer Nick Pierce is the latest member of As I Lay Dying to split with the band. He's the 3rd musician to quit the band this week, following bassist Ryan Neff on Monday, their tour manager Alex Kendrick on Wednesday, and guitarist Ken Suzy earlier yesterday. Ghost have announced that on December 6th, the physical home video release of their worldwide top 10 box office smash feature film, Right Here, Right Now, will be released. It's available for pre-order on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, and VHS, and you can stream it on Veeps. Stunning performance footage is interwoven with a narrative that develops and advances plot threads from the band's long-running Chapters webisode series, featuring familiar faces interacting behind the scenes with Ghost's Papa the Fourth as his future and fate rest with the ministry. Ghost are also expected to be making a massive touring announcement in the next couple of weeks. Lamb of God's Mark Morton and Neil Fallon from Clutch have joined forces for a cover of Lynyrd Skynyrd's The Needle and the Spoon. Mark Morton described Lynyrd Skynyrd as the, quote, "soundtrack of my youth." None of them resonated any deeper with me than Lynyrd Skynyrd. Their signature guitar-driven blues rock has had a profound influence on my playing. It's hard to pick a favorite Skynyrd song, but The Needle and the Spoon is certainly on that list. Tool have announced their first ever Tool Live in the Sand, a destination festival taking place at the all-inclusive luxury 5-star resort, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and Royalton Resort in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Scheduled to take place March 7th through the 9th of 2025. Tool Live in the Sand will bring Tool diehards together, the festival being headlined by the band, with performances scheduled by Primus, Mastodon, Eagles of Death Metal, and Coheed and Cambria. Also King's X, Fishbone, Wheel, CKY, and Moonwalker, and longtime Tool visual collaborators Alex Gray and Allison Gray. Justin Chancellor from Tool saying in a statement, "We couldn't be more thrilled to share the news that Primus, Mastodon, and Coheed and Cambria will be joining us for our first ever Caribbean performance at Tool in the Sand 2025. See you all there for what should be an unforgettable weekend of music." You can get more details at toolinthesand.com. Vacation packages go on sale October 30th. U2 have shared a song called Happiness that was originally recorded in 2004. The song came together for the sessions for their 2004 album, How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb, and is set to feature on the Shadow album, How to Reassemble an Atomic Bomb, alongside the previously released songs Country Mile and Picture of You, X+W. The forthcoming record is available for pre-order and will be released on November 22nd, alongside a remastered version of How to Disassemble an Atomic Bomb. U2 will also be making it exclusively available in physical format for Record Store Days Black Friday. It'll be a limited edition black and red marble vinyl and as a standalone 10-track digital release on November 29th. Even Christine McVie's death was not enough for a reconciliation between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac. In a recent interview with Rolling Stone, Stevie Nicks shared that speaking to her former bandmate and ex-boyfriend during McVie's celebration of life for just a few minutes was as much as she could stand. Saying, quote, that it felt like McVie was there because there was a crazy hurricane that tore down the entire deck. The only time I've spoken to Lindsey was there for about 3 minutes. I dealt with Lindsey for as long as I could. You could not say that I did not give him more than 300 million chances. She also confirmed that a Fleetwood Mac farewell tour is out of the question, saying, quote, "No, you know there is no more Fleetwood Mac because there is no more Christine McVie. She died and Fleetwood Mac died. We cannot replace her. Without Christine, no can do." The U.S. premiere of the Birmingham Royal Ballet's Black Sabbath, the Ballet, is set to take place in May of 2025 at the Virginia Arts Festival. The ballet will make its U.S. debut in Norfolk before traveling to the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. The Birmingham Royal Ballet director, Carlos Acosta, said, "I'm thrilled to be bringing Black Sabbath the Ballet to Norfolk for its U.S. premiere. As a global phenomenon, Black Sabbath is probably Birmingham's greatest cultural export, and we look forward to welcoming music and ballet fans alike to see the show." In a new interview in Australia, Mastodon drummer and vocalist Brian Daler spoke about the band's plans for the follow-up to Hushed and Grim. That album came out during the pandemic in 2021, saying, quote, we were writing before the Ashes of Leviathan tour here in the States and Canada, and we're just now digging back into it because we sort of just got home from that tour. We were gone for 2 months, and then we had a month and a half long of Weekend Warrior stuff that we were going out and doing festivals on the weekends. Now, you can't really split your mind in two and say, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to work on new material. That's when we're going to drill the list, and then we're going to get on a flight and go play a festival. He said, quote, I think on Monday is actually when we're really going to start fine-tuning some of the material that we had before. And Joe Walsh has detailed the challenges that come with playing in the Sphere in Las Vegas, including one issue that was nearly a deal breaker for the Eagles. Saying, quote, it's different on stage. There are some non-musical things that we have to put up with to make it all work, and we're okay with that. We've had to learn how to do it. At first, it was maybe a deal breaker, but we learned. On the Sphere, there's 160,000 speakers behind the screen. No matter where you sit, you have speakers pointing at you, so they don't have to be really loud. To do that, computers have to delay it a bit from what we're doing because it goes to everywhere in the Sphere and comes out the speakers all at the same time. There's a delay in the processing. If we're aware of that, we can't play. It's like singing the national anthem at a baseball stadium. The sound from right field comes back at you, and then the sound from left field comes at you, and then center field. And there's 3 of you, and you don't know which one you are. To combat the issue, the Eagles enlisted special in-ear monitors, ensuring that the band only hears themselves and nothing else. It's all there, and everybody hears everything at the same time. And adjusting to what we do is different than 30 years of touring that we know about. And that's your sit rep For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 229, featuring Jeff Plate from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, is available now.